Hi, T. Carlson here, and today we're going back to the world of comic book movies, specifically the DC Extended Universe, which, as we know, is pretty much drawing to a close in favor of DC Comics rebooting that universe. We're going to look at the latest installment in that series, that being Shazam, Fury of the Gods. The previous Shazam movie from 2019 absolutely blew me away. I didn't know what to expect from it, but it was action-packed, heartwarming, and hilarious at the same time. So I was pretty geared up to check out the sequel, and now it's on home video. This is the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook version, so I'm going to unbox this, share my opinion, and let you know what I think. Nice close-up there of the goddess's dragon there with our hero in the foreground. That's very good-looking art. There's the top of the backing card, side of the Steelbook, the back of the backing card. And on the back, of course, we have our three goddess characters with the dragon above them. Yeah, digital code here. As usual, it's already been redeemed, so don't try it. We have our discs over here. Our Blu-ray disc, which includes the film as well as the bonus features. And then we also have a 4K Ultra High Def disc here as well. I do kind of like the way they made those discs look, sort of comic book-like in a way. And underneath you have a pivotal scene from the film with Zachary Levi and Helen Mirren face-to-face. Did you ever think you'd see Helen Mirren in a superhero movie? Well, the world can surprise you at times. I'll read the description of the film as follows from the backing card. One word can change everything. Billy Batson, aka Shazam, and his fellow foster kids are still learning how to juggle teenage life with having adult superhero alter egos, but a vengeful trio of ancient gods has arrived on Earth in search of the magic stolen from them long ago. Now, Billy and his family are thrust into a battle for their superpowers, their lives, and the fate of the world. Any sequel to the first Shazam movie certainly had a lot to live up to. This movie had its work cut out for it. Unfortunately, it didn't do very well at the box office, and it was derided by a lot of critics and fans. But the truth of the matter is, despite its flaws, this is actually still a pretty enjoyable film. I mean, you still get Zachary Levi, of course, portraying the title character, and he's absolutely hilarious, as always. And it's that nice mix of, action, drama, humor. We get to see the other members of his family that can transform into adult superhero alter egos now, and seeing how this all comes together, how they go about this while wanting to live their own lives. It makes for some pretty interesting viewing. And we get a great trio of goddess villains that includes Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, and they pretty much steal every scene they're in, giving the movie the amount of menace that it requires. And just throughout the film, you get plenty of action-packed set pieces. It is hilarious. I don't know if I'd say it's quite as funny as the first movie, because the first movie had all the scenes of Billy Batson discovering his powers and just sort of going about the whole exploring the superhero way of life thing. This movie doesn't quite succeed as well in that department, but I am happy to say, it's certainly a good experience overall. Even if the latter half of the movie does descend a little bit too much into big, loud, and dumb superhero action territory. But I do have to ask, what superhero movie is not guilty of that? I mean, again, not a perfect film, but certainly one that's much better than people gave it credit for being, and it's one that I'm going to happily go back and revisit. This is a movie that looks very good in its 4K debut, and I'm happy to say that Warner, again, has been going the extra mile for their 100th anniversary with vintage and new titles alike. This is a beautiful looking transfer that really shows off the colors and the deep dark black levels. Everything comes together very nicely here. And there's a pretty big supplement package to be had here as well, including a half an hour's worth of deleted scenes and several other EPK type pieces just showing off the cast and crew doing what they do best. I am glad to see that, there is this much in the way of deleted scenes, because it means they at least edited the movie enough to get it down to a manageable length. I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to sit through a 3-hour movie every time a superhero movie comes out, so more power to them for getting this movie down to the length it should have been and keeping it exciting and flowing pretty well for the most part. If you're a fan of comic book movies, comedies, action movies, The Shazam movies are a nice combination of all of the above, and even if the sequel doesn't quite top the original, overall I would have to say it's a pretty good package, and this Steelbook set with the 4K and Blu-ray disc comes highly recommended. Are you a fan of Shazam? Do you think the sequel tops the original? Do you think the original is better? What's your favorite movie in the DC Extended Universe? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.